everybody. I hope that you are doing fantastic. Where I am, it is Saturday afternoon. Usually I try to come on in the morning time, but I had a little visitor, which was one of my grandchildren. So I was busy with her and not being able to get on and making those wonderful memories. So I hope that you are doing well on Saturday. Now, it's very interesting that we are, in the past, present, and future, literally, because it depends on where you watch it in the world. If it is Saturday, it may be Sunday in your time zone. So time zones are a magnificent thing. And I love to poke fun that it's like going through a time, a time warp or whatever you can say. So welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is Michelle, and I absolutely love helping people out with inspiration. And so I have decided for the month of June to go ahead and come on every day because it is summertime. And why not? Because I feel like a lot of things in the world, people, it just brings you down very quickly. And some of the energy will bring you down very quickly. If you turn on the news or you watch any type of TV, it'll bring you down. So I thought, you know what? I want to come on. I did this during COVID, and I felt like I really needed to do it at this time as well, just to bring some sunshine and some inspiration. And hopefully, the reading will resonate with you and really give you the power that you need. Now, before I get started, I do want to tell you, and this is something, you know, um, it's not spiritual, but yesterday I saw the movie Backrooms. And if you're interested in seeing something to escape the world, Backrooms will absolutely do it for you. It is so creative. And I love watching shows that are so different or movies that are so different. And just to know that a 20-year-old director completed this, it was a huge task. And I'm just fascinated watching people and how creative they are, and how I know that's a difficult task to get out into the world. And that is just something that we need, just something a little bit different. And everybody can be creative. And I think that's where the spirituality does come in. It's when you see something very creative. So if you have been following every day, what I have done is I get on my music list and I put it on shuffle and I set the intention, please give us a song today that for the collective who is listening to this video, so that it inspires them, it gives some type of message. And I love it every time something comes up and I'm thinking, oh, that hits home, even for me. So what I chose, or what I say what I chose, but what spirit chose, excuse me, is Running on Empty, Jackson Brown. And I absolutely love this. I love this too. Nothing but time. And, I tend to worry about time as well. I tend to think, oh, there's just not enough time for this. I'm getting too old. What if I'm not here tomorrow? But you know what? In the spiritual sense, there's always time, and it not to rush it, and just soak everything in that you can. But what the meaning of this song is emotional burnout, the constant turning and disorientation of navigating life without clear demonstration, or I said demonstration, destination. So you without a clear destination. And when Jackson Brown wrote this song, he realized that constantly moving toward on the pathway does not resolve the deeper yearnings that promoted the journey in the first place. And I read more into it, and he as a singer got really burned out by being on the road just constantly and not seeing family and getting lost in that. And I think we all can do that when you have a job and you're constantly working and not really with the family, or not giving yourself some time out into nature, or taking care of you. We do get burned out. And I will definitely tell you is I definitely got burned out. Definitely got burned out. I just kept changing my job, and I think, and if you know me, you understand this. And so it was like I had no destination, but I kept learning. And I love that. And I love to have a new place because it kind of energizes me. So, but I did get burned out. Let's go ahead and do the universal reading. And what the cards I'm going to use is Gilded Revere Lenormand cards. I absolutely love this deck. And I'll do a universal reading first. And then what I'll do, I'll open up and I will just do one free reading for this afternoon. And then I'll explain that I usually have free readings in a group setting once a month. So if you don't get chosen, if you try one day and you don't get chosen, you try another day, you don't get chosen. I decided to open up a 1 month thing for a group, and I'll explain that later on as well. So I am going to change the camera so that you can see the cards. And I apologize. I think I have allergies. The allergy season has not gone yet, and it's definitely getting into summer. But I just feel like there's been a lot of pollen. I've had to take extra allergy medicine. So I apologize if I keep coughing. I'll try not to do that because it's so loud when you're going live. All right, so let's go ahead and activate these cards. That's one thing that I always tell people that you need to do when you do card readings is to get the energy and the intention ongoing. So I really felt drawn because of the song with Burnout, that the theme of the reading today needs to be more about our careers, about our jobs. And, your job can be something that is a hobby that you enjoy tremendously. That can be a job. So a job can also, you get paid 8 to 5 and that's it. A career can be a new job that you're trying to start. Just any type of thing that you decide is a job that you want to put your heart into, your soul into. And there are different reasons. Getting money is one, so that you can pay somewhere to live, to be able to buy extra things. That's always nice too. Okay. I feel like I always talk until I feel like the cards are ready, and I feel like they're ready. So what we're going to do, we're going to look for the polar bear. And the polar bear is a general symbol of jobs, of any type of job that you are starting, or if you're working for somebody. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Let's look for the bear, the polar bear. During the deep part of the summer, I'm really going to love this card. Okay. Oh, there's the polar bear. Okay. And the question that I actually put down this while I was shuffling the cards is, what is the possibility of my career, just looking at my situation at this time on my spiritual journey? Oh, that's an extended question. All right. Oh, I love this because it's very to the point. All right, so this is the main card that has all of the energy of this reading. And it's very interesting. Of course, he's looking this way. So this is something that we're going to work towards the goal. So when I go to the left here, these are things that the collective, whoever is listening to this video, has been looking at and have been different situations that they've gone through. So right here we have the broom. And what this is it's something that's been very difficult, a task, a job that really has brought in pain, that sometimes whenever you have a job and you get motivated and you work 24/7 and you're wearing yourself out, you don't realize that. And so the key of this, and to really allow your soul and your flower to bloom, the key to this is really watch that. Become a habit to say, you know what, I am not going to work 24/7. I've got to, that my career is not going to be all about me. And it's my soul. That's not who I am. It is a job. It is something that I need to live here on earth, but it's not something that it's going to be total, just taking me over like an obsession. And so the key to this is really watching that and make sure that you have so many hours of the day to take care of yourself, to take a walk. Even during the day when you're working, take a 15-minute break and go outside and walk. Because I know a lot of people get on the computers nowadays. And so you really need to make sure that you have that time for you so that you come back and you're sometimes a better worker for it. You're more focused when you do that. And a lot of creativity will come through whenever you're doing that walk and you're allowing the breath to take over your body. And then that way the creativity will come in. So on this side, what the mountain is, it's almost like the song. Sometimes you don't know which direction that you're going. And I feel like I'm really being drawn to the trees down here because the trees really give us the energy that gives us the oxygen that we need to breathe. And so while you're climbing up this mountain to this career that you have or job that you have, make sure that you have balance so that you can get the oxygen as you go up in your career and as you work on your career. And this pathway won't be as difficult as you think it is. And as long as you're committed to it and committed to yourself to have a balanced life. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to do an extra, is called mirroring. So these two cards, I'm going to read more into it because I thought, oh, this is excellent. So this back here, I had already described that some people will overwork in their jobs and become burnout, and it really hurts their bodies afterwards. So when you look at this means that you are definitely committed to your job. So that is one thing that you've got to watch. And again, you got to balance your life. You got to have some you time. Now, this will also do the mirroring. Okay. The key to this is to get out into nature, balance it as you're going up here, and really take the breath of fresh air as you do. So that is the key for a successful career and job, and actually life. Just don't, your job is not your soul. All right, so that is the universal reading for everybody. So I am going to open it up for anybody who wants a reading over. And these cards you look at, of course, it's a psychic reading. Anything in your life, you come up with a question, and not a yes no question, but more of an open-ended question. So you can look at family, you can look at career, like what we just did. You can do finances, health, spiritual, all relationships, all of these things. But just one question is if anybody is needing one for the day, for the afternoon. So again, I am offering a free group Lenormand Card reading once a month. It's the first Wednesday of every month. And the next one is July 1st, 2026. And of course, it's 7 o'clock p.m. Central Time in the US. So if you're in a different country, again, our time zones sometimes do not match. And so hopefully you'll be able to attend it if you are needing a question. And everybody gets one question that they need to answer. So if you are interested in signing up, go to my website. It's www.themichellehenderson.com, and you can register. And I hope to see you there because small groups will give you lots of support and great energy. All right. I don't see anybody saying that they want a free reading today, and that's okay because some days are like that. You're out, you're bustling around, and it is Saturday. So I hope that you are getting rest. I hope that you are balancing your life. And if you have time today, listen to the song Running on Empty by Jackson Brown. And listen to the song and see how it resonates with you. Because again, he wrote this because he became burned out on his musical journey when they were having to go from city to city to city to city. And he did not have that balanced life. So I hope you are well, and I hope you go in love and light. And I will, of course, see you tomorrow because again, I'm going live every day in June. I hope to see you then.